Hi students, good morning. Hope you all are doing good. So in today's class, we will be continuing with the lesson earthquake. So in the last class, we saw that a boy, okay, he works in a tea shop. He owns a tea shop and he took his customer to the tea shop and he gave him a hot cup of tea and he said about the incident. Okay, it was a earthquake and he lost his family in the earthquake. So what happened when the earthquake happened? How did he survive? We will see in today's class. But what happened that night was more than that. It was a terrible earthquake. So what happened? It was a terrible earthquake. There was a movement, right? There was shaking movement in his place, Molti. So at that night, it was a terrible thing that happened. It was earthquake. Its effects were felt as far away as Delhi and Lucknow. So Molti is in Pauri, somewhere near the Badrinath place. Okay, here this effect was felt even in Delhi and Lucknow. Okay, that bad the earthquake was. Can you imagine the devastation at the heart of the earthquake? So he's telling, can you imagine the damage that the earthquake can cause? So Delhi is the center of India. So it is a heart of India, they say. So he says that, can you imagine the devastation, that is the damage that's been caused, okay, because of the earthquake. The epic center was in a valley not far from here. So he says that the central point was in a valley and that valley is really near. It is not very far, it is really near to this place. There were 670 villages in the valley. So how many villages were there? There were 670. Okay, there were 670 villages. Okay, in that valley. 602 were destroyed. So in that 602 were completely destroyed. Okay, it was completely destroyed. There was total damage in those places. The earthquake lasted less than 5 minutes. So it was less than 5 minutes, but the damage which was caused by the earthquake was too much. Time enough to set these centuries-old mountains crashing to reduce our villages to rubble, to snuff out hundreds of lives. So these heavy mountains, okay, the stones, the heavy mountains were crashed, and that mountains which crashed, that made the village Molti, okay, that made the village Molti into rubble to snuff out hundreds of life. Okay, rubble means rough stones. Okay, rough stones due to earthquake. All these rough stones will tumble and fall, right? So these rough stones also due to the movement of shaking, they also came and crushed into the village and they took hundreds of life. It was a sheer chance that I was away that night. But this boy escaped because he was not in that village that night. It was a sheer chance. It was an extreme chance. Okay, it was a very close chance that he also would have lost his life. But it was very close enough. Okay, that night he went to some other place. He was not there in his village. I had gone to Pauri to buy my school books. So where he had been from Molti to Pauri, he went to Pauri to buy his school books. I stayed the night at my uncle's house. We felt the tremors. So at that night he was staying with his uncle and he would feel the shaking. Okay, he would feel the tremors, the shaking movement. We ran out into the open. Again and again the tremors came. So as soon as the earthquake came, they all ran out to the open so that the building doesn't crush on and fall on them. So they were scared and they started to run in a very outer space, okay, where nothing can harm them. So they went there outside and they were standing, but then too the tremors were coming again and again. The movement was taking place again and again. We spent the entire night outside. Pauri lived through the night. Moti did not. And he and his uncle family, they were living outside only that night. In that case, Pauri was safe. Okay, it was safe from the damages that was caused but the Molti village was completely destroyed. Okay. For the living, the nightmare began at daybreak when the news trickled in of the large-scale devastation. So it was morning and they all got up, and in the daybreak they all got a nightmare. The news that in Molti the damage was too much. The damage was in a large scale. From 670 to 602 villages were destroyed. Right? So it was a damage to a large scale, right? So it was a nightmare for them. There were dozens of landslides. So due to this earthquake, there was dozens of landslides. Landslides means the place where there is huge mountains and rocks and stones. There will be like all the stones will come and fall and crush to the ground together. So that is called as a landslide. Huge boulders thrown haphazardly across motorable tracks and roads. So huge boulders, there were huge rocks that were fallen on the road, and the motorable vehicles were taking them and putting them away. Okay, and they are clearing the way. Precious time was spent in blasting the rocks and clearing the way for army rescue team. So everywhere the stones were covered, huge rocks were covered, and those stones were crushed into pieces so that the army rescue team can come and rescue the people. They were clearing the way for the army people. It was all of our 4 days before help arrived for Molti. So after the earthquake, after 4 days, okay, after 4 days only the army rescue team can come to help Molti, the place, the village Molti. Over there the army rescue team came after how many days? After earthquake, after 4 days they came. I was among the first to reach the village. So this boy, Bridge was very tensed about his family. So he was the first one to reach the village. My uncle accompanied me. So with him, even his uncle also came along. We feared the worst, but nothing had prepared us for what we saw. So they were all frightened. He was very frightened that what happened to this family, but he wasn't not prepared to see that kind of damage that was caused to his village. Every single house, every wall, every roof had been flattened. So there is not even one house which was standing still. All the houses, all the roofs, and all the walls have been crushed down. Okay, it was crushed down and they were mud. They were gone into mud. Stone, rubble, and dust were all that remained. So it was only stones, mud, and dust that were only remaining in Molti village. Our house was a 2-storied stone building with a slate roof. My great-grandfather had built the house. We were a small family. So his house was a 2-storied building. Okay, there was first floor and second floor. It was a 2-storied building, and it was built by his grandfather, and his family was a very small family. My father had died after an illness just 14 months ago. So his father died just 14 months ago due to an illness. My mother took care of us. We were 3 children. So his mother only was taking care of them after his father's death. So how many children did his parents have? There were 3 children including Bridge. There were 3 children including Bridge. So I was the oldest. So he was the oldest one. He was the elder brother. My brother Neelu was 10. Okay, who was his brother? His name is Neelu, and he was 10 years. Okay, and Bridge was 17 that time. Okay, Bridge was 17 years. Rudy, my 2-year-old sister, was a baby of the family. My grandmother lived with us. So he had a sister also. Okay, her name is Guli, and she was 2 years old. She was a very little kid. Okay, she was 2 years old and she was very small and she was a baby of the family, and even his grandmother lived with him. So it was his mother and his brother, sister and grandmother who were there in the building, and he cannot find his family now. When the soldiers began to clear the debris, my uncle led me away. So, when the soldiers came to his place and they started to clean the debris means scattered piece of rubbish remains. So, due to that earthquake, all the things would have fallen, right? So, the soldiers were clearing that debris and his uncle took him away. I was in a complete daze, too numb to feel anything. So he was in complete daze, he was stunned, he was confused, he doesn't know what to do and he was numb. He didn't even cry. Okay, he was not knowing what to feel. His emotions were not coming out and he was numb. Numb means unable to feel anything. He was completely blank. Okay, he was stunned. The soldiers had set up a makeshift camp. Someone gave me tea and biscuits. So the camps have been put by the soldiers and someone in the camp gave him some tea and biscuits. I don't know how long I was there. Suddenly it was evening and uncle was standing beside me. So he was at that place, at that camp for a long time, and it was past evening. It was evening and he doesn't know how many hours he was sitting in the same place. And his uncle came and he was standing beside him. They have taken the bodies to the river bank, he said gently. So he said that they have taken the bodies of his mother, brother and the grandmother. So they all were dead and he said that the bodies have taken to the river bank. Come, you must perform the last rites before sunset. Tomorrow we will go back to Pauri. So his uncle said, you have to do the final rites to your family. Come, let us go. So later, after this final rites, after finishing it, we'll get back to Pauri, his uncle said. So what happened next? How did Bridge overcome this situation and how did he feel about losing his family? We will see in the next class, students. Until then, stay safe and take care. Thank you. Bye.